What advice do you have for the budding academic cardiologists at this moment?
So, Abhijeet, that's a very difficult question, and I don't want to kind of just throw out a kind of a simple answer to that. I think that the biggest thing that I can give as advice is to really to talk and to talk to a lot of different people and to get a lot of different opinions. The one thing that I've realized over the years in academic cardiology is that everybody has a different career path, and it's not a monolithic structure. You know, Mark, for example, has a much different kind of career path than I've had, and yet we share a lot of kind of common features to it. So my advice is to really talk a lot to people and to get a good sense of what you want to do. And oftentimes it's by finding one or two individuals who seem to be doing things that you enjoy and can kind of appreciate.
Okay, Mark?
Well, to build off what Brahmaji had said, I think Bob Bana once said to me, it's about mentor, mentor, mentor. Those are the top three things. And so I've taken that and tried to align myself with people who have been successful at mentoring other mentees along the way. So whether your interest is in clinical practice or research or a combination of the two, having a mentor that is interested in your career growth is critical to a fellow's success.
Next question is going to be, what are the resources that ACC has to offer to the fellows in training who wants to do research but they don't have enough resources to do research back at home?
So again, a real challenging question and a really important issue. I think that the best way to do it is to reach out, to realize that you're not alone. Sometimes it can oftentimes feel that way. And it can be a challenge to go from like you have a great idea to being able to implement it. And part of the most important challenge as you kind of look through things is to realize that the ACC is a really important organization, has a lot of influence. I think one of the early signs that was beneficial for me was to work within some of the framework of the registries that the ACC creates, and that was at a time when the resources were a lot less than they are now. So if you can even just go to the NCDR webpage and you can see a number of resources out there available. They have very simple and straightforward directions on RPAs, the research proposal forms, and there's really lots of contacts at each of these different institutions that'll reach out depending on what your topic area of interest is.
Great.
And maybe a complementary thing would be to get involved in your local chapters, whether it be at the state level or regional level, as a way of finding mentors who are active in research through the ACC, getting feedback for some of your early research that you may be doing, and then starting to connect for a wider set of mentors and collaborators.